Hey guys, in the work van right now on my lunch break. I just felt like filming this video because I told Nick I would, and I'll upload it later when I get home. So he tagged me in the Writers Are Weird tag. So I will link his video down below. That is Spooky Noodles. If you're not subscribed, please go subscribe to Nick. He's a nice guy, and he's a good friend of mine here on YouTube. So, well, and in life. We talk almost every day. So, first question. First of all, I'm not going to consider myself a author or a writer until I do something, being published it or something, because to me, right now I'm just dabbling, I'm having fun with it. I don't know that I'm really ever going to be that good at it, but I am putting in the work to properly edit my work and make sure that it's not crap. And yeah, so I'm having fun with that. I just, I get in my head about stuff. I'm always kind of stressed out about, that stuff. But here we go. Do you have bizarre internet searches? Well, who doesn't in America in 2020? I mean, we have a mini computer in our pocket. But I would say, Timmy's. I almost took a sip. I would say yes. I've searched some crazy stuff about like stories and like different serial killers and kind of ways what they did. I did a lot of research on that because I think the most scary thing in this world is not a horror novel, but the actual people that could be walking around. That's probably the scariest part of this world we live in. So yes, I've researched quite a bit of serial killers. Do you write people you know and dislike into your story as villains or dumb people to kill off? I have written almost like my buddies' personalities. Like in that one story that I wrote, there's a kid named Caleb, and he is his personality is a lot like one of my buddies. And, kind of a bro, thinks he's invincible, just stuff like that. So yes, I haven't like written a person that I want to die, or like, I don't want anybody to die, but I haven't written like, oh, let's kill somebody off that I don't like. I haven't done that per se. Does personal hygiene sometimes come second to writing? No, I'm actually kind of a clean freak. I am the type of person, especially COVID, I come home, I shower, and done. You know what I mean? I like come home from work and I'm shower. I can't do anything before I get clean. I also wear like clean clothes all the time. I brush my teeth like 4 or 5 times a day. I'm kind of a weirdo with that. Maybe that's not being a weirdo, but I don't know. It's kind of like, sometimes I'm like, I could hold off on the shower. Like, I don't have to like do it instantly, but shower like every day. Does you, I'm a writer, guys. Do you go on baby name websites to help you name? Yes. Well, not baby name websites, but like there's actually generators for like every type of name possible. Like I did Western town name generator. I've done cowboy name generators. There's generators for everything, and it's actually super helpful because sometimes that's the hardest thing about writing, is not sitting down and writing, but coming up with all the little character names and the setting and all that seems to be hard for me. Do you have a list of actors or actresses that would play your characters if there was an adaptation? Well, I mean, I have my favorite actors, but I haven't written like a novel or like a novelette or anything like that to where a novella that would be long enough to have actors in it. I mean, pretty much maybe the Stranger Things kids would do good in the book, the short story that I wrote. But have you ever stared at a stranger because they look like one of your characters? No, I try to refrain from staring at people. It tends to put them off. It tends to make them feel a little uncomfortable. But it's just me. I mean, you do you, but I just don't think I would stare at anybody. Do you talk to yourself? I talk to myself. Well, as you work through your scenes. But I talk to myself a lot. I'm a psycho with that. Like I'm at work and I'll be like cussing out inanimate objects, or you know, just like, hey, you're gonna work, you know, please work, you know. I do that a lot. But as I'm working through my scenes, yes, like if I'm writing a narrative or like a dialogue, and the character's saying something, I'll say it out loud, and that helps me with knowing if it sounds like something that no one would say. I tend to be a well-spoken person in my everyday life. Thank you, education system. So therefore I do try to make sure that what the character is saying doesn't sound like he's an idiot or something. Well, unless he's supposed to be. Next is, while writing, do you make the expressions your characters are making? I mean, not really. I would say no. I don't. My face doesn't really change. I'm usually just like jamming out to some heavy metal or something. But do you ever practice answering interview questions in case you make it big? I will not be Stephen King. So no. This is a hobby. It's for fun for me. I hope to release some stories so that like my friends and people that know me can read them and have fun with it and share my stories that I got mulling around in my brain with them. But I'm never going to make it big. But I mean, I guess like if you're going to, I don't know, it'd be cool to like be big. I mean, I guess, you know, who wouldn't want to like quit their job and be a writer? Well, that's the dream, right? I mean, hey, but, so do you have a soundtrack or a playlist? Yeah, I listen to my heavy metal playlist. It's like metalcore and new metal. I just jam out because in there, when I'm writing horror, there's some like lines and I'll be able to like sprinkle that into my story. I just like the heaviness of it. It puts me in the mind frame to just write scary shit. So there's that. Yeah. Lately I have been having fun with like some, like what Nick was doing. I agree with him. Like some like country hip hop is actually pretty cool. Like for writing these Western stories. So yeah, well, hey, thank you, Nick, for tagging me, and I had fun with this one, brother. And yeah, I don't know any other writers that are on here, but feel free to do it if you're a writer. That'd be a lot of fun. I know like there's some writers that I'm drawing a blank on that are on here, but like Calvin Ellis, I'd love to see you do it. I know you got an author too. Yeah, anybody that just wants to do it, feel free to do it. Thank you. This has been Working Man Reads at work. Unfortunately, go read a book.